Welcome Pisces to your weekly reading. This is for the 27th of July to the 3rd of August. We are going to go ahead and see all the possible energies and messages coming through for you for this week. Pisces, I'm going to start off by looking at the possible energy beginning the week. We'll then look at your possible challenges. Thirdly, messages and advice from Spirit. Your unexpected blessing coming through this week. And finally, the possible outcome of the week. Pisces, this is a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. At the beginning of the week, my dear Pisces, what I do see for you, 3 of Pentacles here is speaking to me of a group of people that you are very closely connected to. So this could be your family, this could be your friends, it could be your colleagues at work. It's people you interact with on a very regular basis. Now, there could have been something happening within this group. This could be, say, for example, my dear Pisces, you and your family are going through financial trouble, and there's a lot of tension and worry within the family. This could be, my dear Pisces, that one of your friends is going through a very rough time, and you've all gathered around them and are trying to support them. So there's some kind of disruptive energy that could have entered the group. What I do see with our Temperance angel coming in here is that there is now an ease and balance restored back into this group. So whereas before there could have been conflict, there could have been anxiousness and worry, there could have been a falling out. Now, my dear Pisces, at the beginning of this week, I feel this group comes together. There's this wonderful feeling of life's too short. What are we doing? Let's focus on the positive. Let's work together and move past it. Under your possible challenges, with Ace of Cups coming out here, I think, my dear Pisces, this week brings a wonderful surprise, but a true surprise. A surprise you don't expect. It's coming out of nowhere, but it gives you this feeling, this smile, feeling as though, my gosh, how blessed am I? What I do see is whatever this is that's coming in with our Ace of Cups energy, it's very connected to what your heart has been calling out for. So it's something you really want, even though perhaps you haven't even thought about it, but I do see that it ignites something within you, Pisces. It allows you to think bigger than you have in some time. It allows you to feel inspired to do things you perhaps put on the back burner or you thought you wouldn't be able to do. Something comes through that truly has this feeling of a blessed surprise. And now, my dear Pisces, are you rearing to go? As we see with our horse in the background, I have this feeling of you really wanting now to get out there and do something completely different that fills you up. A very simple example of this would be that you hear you've got some kind of unexpected money coming your way. It could be a tax return that came out of the blue. It could be an insurance policy that pays out that you forgot about. This could be a promotion you receive. This could be a gift, my dear Pisces. And all of a sudden, you can now plan that trip you've been dreaming of. You can now redecorate your home. It's this kind of energy. So, that being said, I do not foresee any big challenges coming through for you this week. Pisces, Spirit is coming in and they have a very interesting message for you. They want you to know that this week, the time you spend alone is not wasted. Actually, it's a wonderful time for you to restore your natural balance. You know what's going on around you or what might be happening around the world can be very alarming, and you can find ourselves very anxious about things that perhaps don't affect us directly. So it's like we've got our own problems and then we've got the world's problems. Spirit is saying, Pisces, this week, find time to pull back. Take time just to relax. Sit on your favorite chair or get into bed if it's cold. Read a book. Watch a wonderful, inspiring movie. If you have some kind of a hobby like crocheting or knitting or even baking that just lets your mind wander, do it, because this brings harmony back into your life. It allows you to reconnect with yourself, so you have the strength now to get out there and give the week your best shot, especially with this coming in, my dearest Pisces. I do think there is something here you're going to be organizing and planning that is very exciting. Under your unexpected blessing, with 9 of Wands here, I do see, my dear Pisces, that what is coming in this week, because that flame there is allowing you to do something, as I mentioned previously, that you have been longing to do. So you could have had this belief you would never be able to move to a nicer neighborhood or to a better home. But you had this idea of what your new home would look like, how you would furnish it, where you would live, what activities you would do in this new neighborhood. But you just felt that that was an impossibility. So we see that there was like this barrier to entry. Now, with this beautiful energy of Ace of Cups coming in, here you are, my dear Pisces, entering into the gateway that Ace of Cups opens for you. And that flame that never actually went out, even though it might have been dimmed through life circumstances, now ignites and brings in that joy, that smile, that excitement. At the end of the week, 5 of Wands is our big confirmation that you, my dear Pisces, release out of a situation where you thought there was no way out, where it seemed quite dark and hopeless. But now, as you see, the flame is quite large, showing you the way out. You've been working on it, my dear Pisces. As I said, the flame never went out, but now look at that flame. It's burning bright. And what I love to see is that at the end of the week, you Pisces are working with the King of Cups energy. Look at that contentment on our King's face. He sits in what seems to be a library. So it speaks to me of a room of comfort, a room of wisdom and stability. And he just looks on at his pentacle, what wealth and abundance means to him. This tells me this weekend you are grounded, you are connected to the physical realm. And the pentacle here shows me this feeling of, I am blessed. Opportunities are there for me. No doors are closed. Things I thought were impossible. Things I can actually look at right now. And with his loyal dog at his side, I think, my dear Pisces, this energy of connectivity, of feeling as though you're not alone, you have people or perhaps even your fur baby around you, you feel loved and appreciated. Right, let's move on now and get a message from your angels for the week. Opportunity and change. My dear Pisces, we have another big confirmation with regards to this Ace of Cups, your opportunity that is coming in. And that Ace of Cups brings in the change we saw happening for you throughout the week. This opportunity, no matter what it is for you, this Ace of Cups, remember, it's something that your heart is longing for, whether you are aware of it or not, but you'll know immediately that yes, this is right for me by the way you feel inside. When this blessed surprise comes your way, Pisces, my advice is don't hesitate. As soon as you feel that flame building inside of you, walk through the gateway that has opened and embrace it and enjoy everything it is offering you. That is all I have for you right now. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I wish you the most wonderful week, and I am sending you all so much love.